The National Assembly of Nigeria, the Senate and the House of Rep member, if you find yourself in this chamber, then you should be well prepared for the tiki-taka between the experienced House of Rep members, senators, and the inexperienced. Yes, if you are an inexperienced House of Rep member, a newcomer, you should prepare for the tiki-taka. What do I mean? What led to the 6-month suspension of Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan? In as much as it has been seen or alleged that it was based on sexual harassment, there is a political aspect of it that we need to look at. Now, at the Senate, 2 days ago, we saw the issue of abortion coming into the floor of the House. In Nigeria, abortion is prohibited, just like in some other nations of the world. And there is a bill that whoever, supply drugs to commit abortion to have so number of years imprisonment and all those things. While that debate was ongoing, and the issues of and other issues, the bill was stepped down, and Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan stood up and was like, "Please, I'm a woman. Can I have a say?"
Thank you very much, sir. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan, Kogi Central. Sir, this borders on abortion. And
yes, Senator. Yeah.
Let me explain and break it down in 2 ways. One, there are some certain situations where you are objecting to some certain things and you will raise up your hand and be ignored. They will see you kuro, they don't give you that chance. This may be the issue. I have looked for that video to watch it from when they presented the bill and to that point, but I couldn't find the full 2 hours clip. It's just small clip I've been seeing, which is the reason why I'm shooting this video now. Now, let's look at it this way. She said, "Please, Mr. President, I'm a woman, and issue of abortion have to do with women. Please, I have to lend my voice." This was her trying to say, this means that maybe she might have been trying to say something since, but have been ignored until they stepped the bill down. And the moment they stepped the bill down, and she was raising her hand and waiting for the approval of the Senate President, the Senate President gave the room to the Deputy Senate President to second on the motion that the bill has been stepped down, to put her out of order.
Those again saying the eyes have it.
Mr. Senate,
I don't know if you understand this whole thing. So she was now totally out of order because there was a motion to step down the bill, and she was raising a counter motion, but she was ignored, and then they ruled her out by seconding to the motion that the bill should be stepped down. And when that happened, what did she do? She again protested. And she was like, "Please, I need to have a say." And the politicking that happened there was the Senate President not to be seen as a bad person in the eyes of Nigerians. Now, went ahead, instead of even saying distinguished Senator Natasha, she said distinguished senator. He doesn't want to mention the name. And when they said, "Okay, fine, the bill will be stepped down, but if you have something to say in addition, go ahead." So let it not look like I deprive you of what you wanted to say. And when she stood up and said, "Okay, thank you, Mr. President, I wanted to talk," what happened? Senator Oshiomhole stood up and shut her down. How? Now, Oshiomhole is telling Akpabio that giving her this privilege means that you give every other person the privilege, which means you disobey the rules of the Senate. So for us to follow the rules of the Senate, We just have to follow the rules of the Senate by not giving her the audience. This is the political aspect of it that I'm talking about. So it was well planned, well orchestrated, master plan, no trace of victimization, no trace of coming to blackmail, no trace of coming to backlash on the Senate president or even Senator Oshomole, because it is the order of the Senate. She's out of order. Do you get the plan there? So it was well orchestrated, well planned. So now, this is my own message to Senator Natasha. You know that right now, you are the bad egg among the 109 senators at the National Assembly. 109 senators, 108 or 107 out of those 109, they don't like you. That's the truth. And one of the things that you need to understand here, the male, even the female self, how many are you people? 4. So, the truth of the matter here is this. You play the politics with them. Once they rule you out of order, for example, you wanted to speak and then they didn't give you the chance to speak as of when you ought to speak, and then they move emotion, seconded, which means you have been ruled out of order. Keep quiet. Don't say anything further. If there is an act of privileges or something you need to invoke, to go ahead. But if it is not in the order book, sit down quietly, peacefully. Don't say anything. It may look like they are winning. It will look like they have successfully silenced you. No problem. It's not all battle you win. Just let it slide. Then what happened next? When you are addressing the press, when you are in a program, you can bring it up. For example, there are issues as a senator, as a woman, when you talk about, when there are issues of abortions and all of that, and you have the privilege to speak, you can bring the word player at the National Assembly and put it in this way. Fine. There is a bill about this, and before I even go there, the issue of stepping it down means they will send it to the committee, of which at the legal department for them to look at. So fine, there was an issue on the ground on abortion, deliberated, although stepped down, and as you all know, I was not given the opportunity to air my view as the representative of my senatorial district and also women in Nigeria as a whole. But however, since it is being recommended to the committee, when it comes back to the floor, I hope to have my say in order to contribute to the benefit of women. Leave it like that. The whole world will see it. Everybody knows what you're doing. So you wouldn't, this, no, it won't be like that. If Natasha Akpoti, you come across this video, I don't know it all, but if it is me, this is what I would do. As simple as ABC. Because it will bring, I think it will quench this issue of trying to withhold someone. Or maybe, I don't know if you understand, if you are watching this. So, this is one of the things I believe should be done. And this back and front at the Senate, I think we go to sleep for now. However, Mr. Senate President, how far now? How bamana? The other day it was a bill of minor. Somebody was raising a life imprisonment. You were busy looking at the one that they were talking 20 years imprisonment. I don't know why if they bring a capital punishment or a long duration punishment for a very big offense, you people look away. You're even talking about, is there any fine? Fine for what? That's the reason why you have criminals everywhere, even in government. Somebody will kill somebody. Okay, there is a B. Whoever murdered should serve a capital punishment. I know people like you will wake up and say, is there an option for fine? Why should you even be taking it? Look at Senate SAN Mike Ozokiome was kidnapped how many years ago? Look at the people that were killed by that kidnapper. He have now been released. What do you think of Mike Ozekhome? What do you think about people that lost their lives, lost their loved ones? How would they be feeling now? This guy went to prison, 5-6 years later, he's out. After all the terror, he's out. Why? He was pardoned. So this thing, we should look at finding a way to punish people severely for real offense. Not the one that somebody will steal chicken and people will send the person to life imprisonment. And those of you that are ex-governors and governors, senators that will embezzle money in billions and trillions of nairas and dollars will be given a fine of 150,000 naira. We saw in the news what happened to Emefiele and the rest who have refunded or returned some minute amount of money that cannot do anything, which is not even compared to the alleged amount that they have stolen from the government coffers. Look at Yaya Bello of Ogi State. He's roaming around endorsing and licking the acts of the president. And what is he doing? What is the FCC doing about his case? He stole $700 million. He's a thief. That was what the EFCC chairman said, that he stole $700 million, not in naira, for his children's school fee. Even the one that cannot even talk, he paid the school fee all the way. $700 million. He's the one roaming around the streets, campaigning for Mr. President. And you people will tell us that corruption is not in Nigeria. And then if there is to be sentenced now, they will say option for fine. They will give me, okay, pay 100,000 and then forget about the remaining one. What kind of nonsense country and society are we building? And then you are telling the young people to work hard. Work hard in what ways? They will also join, they will go and rob, they will go and kill, they will look for any means to make money. I don't tire for Nigeria matter. Anyway, it's well. But the truth is this, Senator Natasha Akpoti, we Nigerians, we know what you are doing. We know where you are. And we believe you can do better. And we know that they will fight you. Even your re-election self, you know they are sure. Right? But the truth of the matter is this. Stay calm. Stay more focused. Many people say that you're not doing the real... Don't worry. Don't listen to social media. But then, when they rule you out of order, don't talk. Just leave it. Don't leave, just leave it. Because the more you talk, the more they pin you down. You can't say anything. You look embarrassed, humiliated, dejected, rejected. You become frustrated, and before you know, now depression don't console. You may say you are strong, but now depression don't console. So before they'll say until you second. No. That's not how to go about it, if you ask me. Just keep quiet, say nothing. When you have the opportunity, say your mind and say it according to the law. As simple as ABC, and leave the rest. You may say it, they may not agree, they may even vote against it. Oh, at least you've said something. So just work on how, I know it's not going to be easy because National Assembly. Just try your best and play your politics. You know the game. You know how it works. You are a politician. You know it more than I do. So please, just play your game and everything will work out perfectly well. We trust you and we believe that you can deliver, right? Thank you for watching.